Okay, chat. I think it's time.
You wish to hear a story of the moon? That tale begins long, long ago.
That's Varco then?
Mister! Nefa's starting her story already!
Thanks for the heads up.
Oh, the moon's a long way off. We might go hungry, but at least we have plenty of time. Hey, kid. That headpiece of yours is pretty unique. Who designed it? Could you hook me up?
In that era, there was no boundary between life and death. Willpower flowed freely among countless beings. The primordial being that once ruled this planet made 3 moons rise from the earth. It was not until the funerary year that the primordial voice once again cried out in the darkness.
Is that Nick's new fucking waifu? Yes? Okay.
My lady.
The
That's my
Frostmoon
goat.
Scions again.
That's my goat.
A laughably futile rebellion.
O pale white frost moon, I, your loyal emissary, and scion of Hyperborea, beseech you to cast down your gaze.
Sorry, chat. I just remembered when we read the wiki for Loma in mythology, and I remembered the stone nipples. I can't not think about it anymore, man.
Frost moon, I, your loyal emissary, and scion of Hyperborea, beseech you to cast down your gaze from the celestial dome above. May your gentle tears pierce the frigid night and grant us, the forsaken and forgotten, your guiding light.
You didn't come here for the story, did you?
She knows! Chat! She knows I'm a meta player! Fuck! She knows!
You didn't come here for the story, did you?
Finished already, huh?
No. It's just a greater storyteller than myself has come. Now, beyond the moonlight's reach, an ancient shadow brandishes its hunting claws, taking aim at the stars.
Nicole? N-O.
You're right. I came here for the moon.
I guess it'll do, yeah. It's such a safe design. Yeah, but it's not, like, a massive letdown. It does feel like they're artificially trying to make him look more buff than he is by giving him, like, puffy clothes. Like, it's not puffy, but it's like, yeah. But it is what it is, I guess.
I'm afraid you have the wrong person. Now, be gone.
future mirrors the past. The veil of lies is...
This is the first time I've felt this way. Usually when I don't like a design, I just feel indifferent. I think this design is ugly. I don't like it at all.
slipping. Time is short. The moon's fall is nigh.
They gotta put you down, bro. Okay, sorry. Sorry.
Here at last. And things look even messier than last time.
Well, Miss Alice,
Oh, is that Alice? Oh, that's Alice.
shall we begin?
There's no rush, and I'd like to catch up with an old friend first. And you, young man?
Let's part ways here. I have an old score of my own to settle.
This is probably the least hype I've been for a teaser. Wow. I don't think there's any of these characters that I'm actually looking forward to. I didn't like when that like, assassin-looking girl said, you're not playing for the story. You're not here for the story, are you? I thought that spoke to my soul. She's right. But no, I don't know. I'm not... She looks boring as fuck. She looks boring as fuck. Inefa doesn't... Yeah, like, whatever. I'm gonna be honest, Llama just kind of looks generic and boring. I already said I think Colombina looks ugly as hell. I don't know who the fuck this is. Like, bro's trying to farm aura, but he didn't plant aura, so he is attempting to reap unfarmed ground. Who is he? I don't give a fuck, you know? Like, who are you, little bro? Whoever the hell this was, I was like, Durin, honestly, meh, whatever. Varka's design feels like they're playing it a little bit too safe. I fucking hate Alice. I'm kind of excited for Sandrone, though. That's pretty much the only one. At least for Alice, I hate her in a way that like, is fun. Like, I like hating her. It's like, I hate her the same way I hate, like, Kaido from Psyche K, you know? Like, I do not like her, but I think that... the fact that I do not like her makes stories involving her more interesting. They're very different characters, but the way I feel towards them is fairly similar. That makes no sense. What do you mean that makes no sense? Fictional stories evoking emotions other than just joy back to back to back, evoking some negative emotions, generally makes them feel more interesting and pleasant. You don't like her as a person or as a character? I don't hate her as a character. I hate her as a person. What do you think Colombina is ugly? I don't know. Like, that's kind of like asking, why don't you like things that are too bitter? Well, because they're too bitter. I think she's ugly because I think she's ugly. Like, I don't really, I can't really explain it. I can try. This feels like Chunibyo 14-year-old girl is getting forced to dress formal to go to church. That's the vibe I'm getting from this character design. To me, it's just ugly. I don't like it. For once, generic designs. True. There are only two categories of character designs. One, Chunibyo character who looks like they're dressed for church on Sunday, and two, generic character designs. Those are the only two choices. Those are the only two options. Do you hate Fischl? Does it look like Fischl is dressed for a formal Sunday church service? Yes. Okay, you guys are saying I'm rage baiting, and then you're saying that the fucking girl that's wearing something that's dangerously close to lingerie is dressed formally for church. You try walking into church wearing that, buddy. You try it. Thoughts on Escafia's design? Escafia's design is really boring. It also looks like she's half naked. Like, it's not just there's a lot of skin exposed, it outright looks like she's missing a piece of clothing. Favorite girl design? I mean, I really like Yunjin's design. Yunjin's design is amazing. But I feel like artists are cheating. And also, Leah characters are cheating. Because they treat the Leah characters so much more respectfully than characters from other regions. Arlecchino's the best. Arlecchino is really close to, like, being a good design. But those heels just... No, to me they completely ruin it. They look like the sort of shoes that are responsible for the lotus feet phenomenon in back in the days. Like they look like shoes that are outright too small for her feet, and her feet are getting distorted to fit in them. It just makes me uncomfortable. Like, it's not even about the height of the heels, right? Like the heels are really fucking high, but that's not the problem to me. You love Verissa? No, I think Verissa looks pretty ugly. I like playing her. She has the most fun gameplay for me, but I don't really like anything other than her gameplay. Do you think Natlan designs are better or worse than these? I mean, I think Natlan designs are really polarized. Cause like, on one hand you have like Chaska and Mawika, and on the other hand you have like, actually no, you know what? There's actually a lot of bad Natlan designs. No, that's a good point. This is This is the best 5.x character design, 100%. You're so right. So true. Maybe... No. I don't hate Dahlia's design, though. Shorten Lanyan's hair. Yeah, actually, I agree with that. I think Lanyan would look better if she outright just had short hair. But also, this is supposed to be, like, Shenyu Veil Bird, right? Like, what's it called? Swallow, yes. So I can excuse that. Like I can excuse long hair on a character that feels like she should have short hair when the long hair is actually being used to visually represent some of the themes. Like that one's okay for me. Seatlali and Skirk have the best designs. I mean, I guess Seatlali's design is fine. Skirk I don't really like, but Skirk is kind of bland, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Skirk looks like a Honkai Impact 3rd character. Worse are Oron and Aoife. Okay, Aoife is not even close to being the worst, by the way. Aoife's like pretty normal, actually. Like, you can't be saying Aoife's the worst when Chaska exists. When Mawika exists. Yeah, I'd say, like, if I were to, like, quickly assign a number value to how much I like their designs from 1 to 10, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 7, 0, 4, 8, 4, 2, probably. 8, Sundrone. Sundrone gets hard carried by the fucking big-ass, machine puppet thing. I just think it's conceptually really cool to have a puppeteer character whose puppet is a big puppet that carries the puppeteer around the same way a ventriloquist would carry their puppet around. Like, that's cool. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I mean, okay. I am aware of the relatively unclear nature of Sundrone's humanity and whether the girl is actually the puppeteer, but listen, okay? We'll learn. We'll know. Who knows? What's your favorite male design in the game? It's between Bennett and Gumming. Bennett has a design I think is good, but I don't think looks good, right? Like, Bennett's design is intentionally ugly because it helps his character. Gumming's design is the one that I think looks the best. Ptolemies are inherently fucked by Hoyo having no idea how to do pants. That's so funny, but you're kind of right. When you look at the pants that the tall male models have, and it looks like this, yeah, yep, reasonable take. I'll give you that one. Look at Alhaitham, please. I don't wanna remember. Oh man. Alhaitham's body is so, it looks distorted. Bro's knees are too low. Bro's knees are way too low. He skipped like, no. The problem is not a lack of muscle. The problem is that his ankle bone is too short. And it makes him look so weird. Also, another Welkin Moon teaser characters. Nicole Rain. Did she have an element? There's no visible vision. Cryo? Geo? Unknown. Okay. Aino? Varka? I like his eyebrows. Is that a weird thing to say? I like his eyebrows. Varka would look so much better with a stubble. Woody? What about a goatee? A goatee for my goat. Jahoda. More like Jehuda, am I right? Durin? Yeah. I don't like Durin's outfit at all. Albedo made him, no wonder, true. Androne. I remember the stone nipples again. Nefer. So she's from Sumeru, right? Probably inspired by, what's her name? Nefertiti? I just realized that when you say Nefertiti, it kind of sounds like you're saying Nefertiti. Anyways. Flynn's. Okay, I feel like Flynn's got Omega random checked in the teaser, because he's like the one guy that everyone's like, who the fuck is this? Who no one cares. But I actually don't think he looks bad. He looks fine. He's Sung Jinwoo. Jinwoo fucking wishes he could have as much drip as this guy. Listen, okay? Columbina, okay, no one cares. Why is Columbina introduced as Moon Maiden, but Sandrone is introduced as Fatui Harbinger Marionette? I feel like there's clearly gonna be a reason for that, right? Yeah, did she quit or some shit? Can you quit the Fatui? You'd be like, I saved up enough for my retirement. Thanks for everything. I'll see you guys on the other side. Skara did. Yeah, but Skara's not a person, so things are different for him. No, Flynn's is the 6.0 carry, right? He's just lunar charge. Pretty sure that's already confirmed. Lunar reactions are hydro only. Does that mean that only hydro reactions are getting changes? Or does that mean that other elemental reactions might get changes, but it's not going to be called lunar only hydro? Damn. That's cooked. Does that mean that they're only gonna give Hydro MC a buff? That would be so funny, by the way. Anyways, Alice of the Hexen Circle, codename A. Dude, Nicole looks like the fucking archetypical Saintess, like, design slash cleric. Elf Priest 395. True. Oh yeah, I knows the Hydro Claymore we're getting in 6.0, right? She's the free 4-star. So, I mean, we already know that Flynn's is a 5-star, and that Loma's a 5-star, and that Aino's a 4-star, right? I don't think we have any, like, proper confirmation on the rarity status of anyone else, right? We've got leaks, but nothing that's, like, 100% set in stone. Personally, I expect Jehoda to be a 4-star. Is it a hot take that I feel like Nefer is gonna be a 4-star too? He's got 4-star character vibes. Anyway, what's up, Arnold? Better become a lore content creator in 6.0. I'm gonna be honest, the 6.0 preview does not excite me very much. I'm not particularly excited for the 6.0 story based off of the preview. Why? Because pretty much the only character with, like, story slash lore that I'm aware of that I care about from the from the reveals is Sandrone. But, like, you and I both know she's gonna be, like, a background character in one of the acts of the quest, and then we'll never see her again. You don't even read the lore. I mean, I don't read the lore hidden outside of major quests, but I do pay attention to the quests. Do you really care about the story? I do. I don't think the story in Genshin is all that good, but, like, I also don't think the 73rd villainous isekai story I read is all that good, and that isn't gonna stop me from going out and reading it, you know? I still enjoy it. I still have fun with it, even if I don't think it's particularly good. I don't care whatsoever about her. Alright, this is like the most generic looking ass Saintess slash cleric character that I have ever seen. I know I feel indifferent, I guess. Varka, I'm kind of looking forward to, but, like, we've been looking forward to Varka for so long that the hype kind of died down for me a little bit. Alright, man. Good one, Arnold. Like, Varka needed to come out in, like, 4.x for me to still be really hyped for him. By now, the hype died down a little. Like, I'm still looking forward to it, but not as much as I would have if it was in, like, 4.x. I think Durin's outfit looks awful. I hate it. Story-wise, I feel like we've already gotten most of the Durin story developments we needed. Like, I don't think we need any more, like, newborn slash not newborn kind of weird maid but, like, old but not old character learns how to adapt to human society. Like, I've seen stories like that so many times before. I just don't care anymore. To me, there's no hype for the future of Durin's lore. I think Durin was had some pretty interesting storylines, but I feel like they're tied up now. Like, I don't need more. I don't need an epilogue. Sandrone, I'm looking forward to. I really don't know what to think, like, story-wise about Loma, but every time I see her, I think about that fucking wiki page that talked about Lomas being a goddess that is usually represented as having stone nipples, and it makes me laugh. And yeah, she tickles and teases men to death. Was that it? Tickles and twists. You're right. It was tickles and twists. Which country was this from? I think it was Latvia and Lithuania, if I remember correctly. Lithuania? Oh, yeah, okay. Anyways, Nefer, I guess. Sumeru Desert was, like, outside of Inazuma, Sumeru Desert was, to me, the lowest point in the Genshin story. And it's clear that she's not Sumeru Forest from her outfit. She's really white though, but I guess that might just be a Hoyo thing, not an indication that she's from the forest. But fuck, she's so goddamn white. Like, this is someone who hasn't seen the sun in years, but she's dressed like she's from the desert. So I don't know what to think. A pep coated? Yeah, maybe she lives in one of the desert caves. Flynn's, I feel mostly indifferent. Like, I didn't like how he was introduced because it kind of felt like they were revealing a character people had been looking forward to. And I was just like, who is this guy? Like, who Megalol? But I don't dislike his character. But also, I have no idea what's to come in Nodcry, other than the very little we know from the Archon quest. Right? Like, all the faction stuff, I'm pretty clueless about. So I'm kind of not looking forward to it that much. Columbina is probably my least favorite of the Harbingers, and also I think her design is ugly. And I hate Alice with a passion. Average Zajef rage bait. People call it rage bait when I have good takes because they're trying to rage bait me, but it won't work. It won't work. Do you hate Alice because she gave birth to Klee? No. I do think that the way Klee turned out is a reason to dislike Alice, but she turned out the way she did, not as a result of her birth, as a result of her environment growing up, because she had a fucking deadbeat mom that barely give a shit about her. It is not Klee's fault. Alice is so smart and powerful, she fucking invented a telephone, and she calls her kid once a fucking year. What? That's a lot considering she's Alice. Exactly. You perceive her as such an awful person that you consider that to be a lot. In other words, you agree with me. Fuck this Alice character. Saving the world is a full-time job. Don't give a shit. Quit, loser. Don't have a kid if you're only gonna be able to call them once a year. Irresponsible fucking, like, you need to learn about birth control, Alice, from before Klee was born. Like, don't go and have a child if you're gonna neglect them like that. Is abortion legal in Tibet? Do you think Alice would let the legality of something stop her from doing whatever the fuck she wants? Is that really your impression of Alice of the Hexen Circle, codename A? It's a good thing you hate her because they need characters that aren't so perfect. I agree. I really hate Alice. She's probably the character I hate the most in Genshin, because like characters like Dottore, they're obviously worse people, but also they kind of feel so far removed from real characters. They're so cartoonishly evil that I don't really feel an emotional reaction to them. Whereas with Alice, I do. She's a realistic portrayal of a fucking worthless deadbeat mom that neglects the fuck out of her kid. I really hate her, but my hatred for her is a result of fairly compelling character writing. It's good that I hate her. She's not portrayed as evil. Yeah, she's not evil. She's just awful. At least you dislike her more than Rhine-daughter, right? Now that's a mother. Yeah. But to me, that's kind of different, right? Like, once you start adding some fucking fantasy bullshit, it creates a certain emotional disconnect. Right? If you have two characters that treat their children the same way, but one of them is their actual child and one of them it's a cyborg machine created by God, it's gonna piss me off more for the former than for the latter. You know? Like, I think Gold is probably a more awful person than Alice is, but I hate Alice more than I hate Gold. Like, emotionally, I cannot stand the fuck out of this goddamn. I just hate her deeply and passionately. Yeah, I that's probably to some extent a result of the framing, right? The story doesn't frame Alice as a bad person, but it definitely does frame Rhine-daughter as a bad person. Or like they're probably gonna end up giving her a valid reason to not care for Klee the way she should. And it's the knowledge that that's to come that pisses me off even more. Gold did nothing wrong. I will be taking no criticism. But like, he made Albedo. Ew. Sorry. What did Albedo do to me? His fucking flower died to an enemy attack too many times, man. He's dead to me. Would you say Alice is worse than Babel from the Jet quest to me? I don't remember it clearly enough. I only vaguely remember the vibes of the quest. I don't remember exactly what Babel did. But I didn't hate Babel nearly as much as I hate Alice. I know that much. Imagine if Varka is Klee's father? Please no. Please no. I don't want to hate Varka too. Please no. He already abandoned Razor. I mean, I don't think that's the same. Entrusting a child you're taking care of because their parents died to someone relatively responsible because you have responsibilities because of your job is not the same as entrusting your child to the least responsible person around when it's actually your child and then just never calling. Your child who clearly loves you, by the way. Lisa is a better parent than Jean, 100%. Lisa is an actually respectable and functional member of society. Jean is a pathetic excuse for a fucking, like, duct-taped grandmaster. She's trying her best. Her best isn't enough. That's about leaving a child to a pack of wolf versus Jean. Pack of wolf wins 100%. Razor actually seems really happy in his life. Klee does not. Klee is sad. She doesn't seem sad, but she seems frustrated and stuck. She causes chaos all around her as a fucking cry for help because no one pays attention to her.
Goose on the loose! Goose on the loose!
Who's on the loose?